Hello, hello, hello. God bless you. In purpose of time this morning, I just want to be short with you. I just want to talk a little about when you feel like not going to church, like what I experienced last week. Right? This morning, I'm not feeling not to go to church, but I insist to make this video because of an experience or a radio talk personality last night I was listening to. So when you feel like you don't want to go to church, I've come to the conclusion that it's the devil. And the moment you're feeling that kind of feeling, that's the time you should go to church. Why? Because the devil himself is going, so why wouldn't you want to go? I mean, so many tribulation has faced Christians and non-Christians, but the forces of not going to church when the day for worship comes, or anytime you're going to dedicate to God, it's just like something always comes stumbling block in your way. But I just want to appeal to you that the moment you're feeling that way or having that kind of feeling, inner feeling or outer feeling, it's just the time you should push and make it your point of duty to be in the house of God, because the devil will be there to know exactly what take place at church, to know exactly what was the sermon and exactly who had many testimonies, and he don't want you to give yours, and he don't want you to get the testimonies to be strengthened. He don't want you to hear the sermon either. So I just had to implore to you, because most of my videos are really things that I feel and things that I go through, if you all notice, if you're a keen viewer. And I always try to be true to my viewers, because it makes no sense I talk about something I haven't experienced. That's just senseless. I live my life with experience, and I talk to people based on experience. If I haven't experienced it, I try to empathize. However, it can come differently. Whether I read about it, I seen it happen, and I put myself in that place. Well, however, I have to try and help people. But I just want to encourage you, because even sometimes as ministers, you feel down and out, like you should not go to church. And it's just weird, because I mean, sometimes ministers are the one to start the service, should be there to see that everything is intact, while sometimes they're just battered and bruised by the devil mentally, right? The devil keep riding the mind. Don't go to church today, you're not feeling well, your knees are hurting, you have backache, you can take a rest, you go to church every day, every Saturday, every other Sunday, you can just stay home today. That's not good. And I don't encourage anybody just to feed up on that kind of feeling. If you feel it, that's the time you should just get up. If you got no iron, wear the crushed clothes. I can remember clearly in primary school, there was this girl, she lived near school, and it wasn't a jeans day or whatever, but it was a normal day. She didn't have light, and she come to school in jeans and blouse, and they sent her home, saying she need to go home because it's not jeans day and she's the only one dressed out of uniform and all of that and blah blah. And she went home and she come back in her crushed blouse and crushed skirt. She was determined, right? She was very determined. I would stay home, but where is that girl now? I don't think she had made use of that sacrifice. I don't think she had made use of or sacrifices in school educationally, right? I'm not putting her down, but the last time I see her, it wasn't anything positive. But what I'm just saying is that the time you know and you realize that the devil is working on your behalf, just kick him. Go to church in crushed clothes. This morning I was supposed to wear blue and white, and I take up the iron, and I realized that it's giving some problem from the other day. I said I'm gonna get a new iron because this one overheats, and when you plug it out, it still heats. And if you have a soft material, it will just damage it, burn it, right? And I take out the clothes, and I was supposed to iron it because what was in my wardrobe wasn't what I want to wear, which is this is blue and not white, right? So I went around there, and luckily it was on the wrong side and it was burnt, right? And I was like, oh my god, what if it was on the right side of the blouse, my suit? You know, I've just read that suit about 3 times, but I'm just letting you know how the devil work on Christians' behalf. How you try to manipulate everything they do. I mean, not saying I've broken the Sabbath. I just my mind. I like to follow my mind. Was supposed to wear that, but then I was wondering if it's the devil, because my clothes nearly got burned. Right? That wasn't the suit that I planned to wear from last night, but this morning was something else. Anyways, but I just want to let you know, and just to tell somebody that you should actually always be on point. You know, be on our double watch. You know, make those forces that are against you shame and tremble and crumble and scatter and confused and frustrated and get so tired of coming back to you that they just stay in their own corner and you stay in yours. And today I just want to encourage somebody in Purpose Your Time segment that God is good, and He'll always fight for you if you let Him. He will always stand for you if you let Him. He will always care for you if you let Him. And He'll always comfort you if you let Him. And that's all I have to say to you today. Just go out there and love each other. Go out there and share the love of God. Go out there and encourage somebody. Go out there and compliment somebody. Go out there and pray for somebody, sing for somebody, and make a difference in this world. Purpose your own time on this earth. God bless you.